Hi, it's Fifi, the Holistic Gypsy, once again back to you with another detoxification support video. Today's topic is how can you tell if your fruit's ripen? So, these are the infamous avocados. Obviously, sometimes it's hot. Is when you're first starting this process and you're not really familiar with avocado. Um, You'll pick up avocados and you'll wait until it's ripened. And next thing you know, boom, it's overly ripened. And that is that is the conflict that is very notorious when it comes to avocados. Obviously, when you check and look at an avocado, sometimes, you could just feel it's being rock hard. That's obviously, we know it's not ripened then. But when it's perfectly ripened, you can use this as an indicator, this piece right here. Hopefully you guys can see that little button on top of the avocado. You pick this apart, and if it's green inside, that's meaning it is perfectly ripened, actually. If it's brown inside, that means it's overly ripened. So that's one indicator, but sometimes you even have where it already falls off. So you can also tell by just, feeling it, squishing it, not squishing it, but like more so feeling the level, and you can feel the water content inside. So usually this is the best indicator. Most of the time it has a little button on there. And what you can do to preserve these avocados is actually put them in your refrigerator when they're at this level and you're not ready to eat it. If you do not, this means this comes with when you're eating raw fruits, is checking your fruits every day. And a lot of the times when you're eating, fresh fruits and vegetables, especially the fruit, it perspires quickly. And so you can miss the time when the food is perfectly ripened. So one of the things with avocado is when it's like this, if you're not ready to eat it, then you can take this avocado, and there's multiple ways, but this is what I do. Simple and easy. Just put it in the refrigerator. Simple. And the next one is papaya. The last video I just made was about mono eating. So papaya, actually, okay, so it's different in the States. Normally you're getting food that is not ripened when you're getting your fruits and vegetables. Why? Because of the transit time to get it from picking into, on the shelf or in the market. So a lot of times the food is altered, and if it's not, a lot of times too, the food is immature. It's pickened and disattached from the tree prior to when it's fully ready or ripened, should I say. So papaya, you can again feel the water content. This papaya is nicely ripened. One of the things we do to preserve it is again put it in the refrigerator. Thank God for the invention of refrigerators. Cantaloupe. Cantaloupe, you can check to see if this is ripened by just like bouncing your hand on it. If you don't get like this bouncy effect, then this is not ripened. Ripen is when the water content is just balanced enough, where the food tastes great. It's kind of in the process of about to go into decomposing process, but it's just at its peak. And so bouncing your hand is a great indicator. As you can hear, this one is, you can hear that sound. A lot of times, if you bounce your hand off of something really, what should I say? If you bounce your hand off of like wood, you can obviously tell that has little to none water content on it, especially refined wood, right? So you'll hear this bouncy effect, and you'll even feel the vibration, vibrate when you bounce your hand off of it. Watermelon, a good indicator is having a yellow marking on the watermelon to tell if it's ripened. So, this is a good indicator. Hopefully you guys can see this of a ripened watermelon, perfectly ripened watermelon. And we're going to go into mangoes. Mangoes, again, you can feel it, a lot of the times. Again, they also may turn a different color depending on the different different types of mango. But a good indicator is just, again, feeling the food, feeling it, and you feel a hard one. This one's hard. So, and if we're not ready to eat it, especially when you're eating all raw, high raw foods, you get a lot of fruits and vegetables. So you definitely want to make room in your refrigerator for when these foods are ripened, to preserve them for when you're ready to eat them. Another good indicator when it comes, or another food that is, kind of challenging to tell if you have a ripened pineapple. One, easy, smelling it. Smelling it, as you can see, there's some mold growing on here. But another thing I think someone said is like picking the leaves off, which I don't know. We know because we brought two of them at the same times. This is ripened, but the great way is the smell. Pineapples have a very strong scent, so that's a very easy, simple indicator. Another one, people do say you could pick the leaves easily off. That all depends, I think, obviously, because this one is definitely screaming out, "Eat me." And bananas. Bananas obviously is a no-brainer. I think all of us gotten familiar with that, but I do want to mention that a lot of times when you are buying your bananas, this is a lot of times in the raw, detoxification community, a lot of people eat bananas a lot to fulfill. It's like potatoes, right? Um, you know, a high raw potato type of situation, but it will come with a plastic to preserve this part on. Now you'll notice that if you keep that plastic part on, that sometimes this will start to be spotting, but then you'll still see more green effect. Why is this happening? One, because a lot of the time, especially back in the States, they're taking these types of foods that grow in the tropics, transporting them all the way to the States. So they're doing their best to try to preserve the food. Some of the things go through radiation. Like I said, some things get immaturely picked because of this. So with the bananas obviously, so when you're buying your bananas, you do want to take that plastic piece that covers this process off to reduce the oxidization effect, because bananas, naturally ripened just on a countertop. But when they get like this and you're not ready to eat them, what you actually can do is just put them in the refrigerator, right? We do have like tons of bananas in our refrigerator stacked up. But another thing you can do is, I'm gonna put it on here, is peel the banana, which I'm gonna have to do anyway. Let's see, move some of this stuff around. Thank you. I'm gonna move some of this stuff around. Hopefully you guys can see me. Okay. And you see you could easily peel when it gets this ripened. And you could just either chop them up, into small pieces, put them in a glass bowl. Glass, I think, is best to reduce the plastic and just the different chemicals that's in plastic. And just fill it up, honestly, and put it in the freezer. Now you can use this when you put it in the freezer. What can you use that for? That will be another video that I'll probably make soon and release this week. Pretty much when you do, take these ripened bananas and put them in a glass bowl, one of the things, and you put them in a freezer, you can use it for banana cream, which is a substitute of ice cream. You could use it for smoothies and smoothie bowls. So that is a way to not only preserve your food, but also tell if it's ripened. And just when you're eating this way, excuse my hands. When you're eating this way, what you do want to do, excuse me. When you're eating this way, what you do want to do is just keep an eye out on your food. You'll get to a point where you're very familiar, depending on what you eat and how often you eat. you'll get familiar with how much you need to buy, how to preserve it, and what order to eat based off of what's ready to eat. So you're eating live food. This is a whole new way of thinking. So I hope this video helps make it easier to see what fruits, when your fruit is ripened. Feel all this jiggle here. All right, peace.